Yeah, come on in, come on in. What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? Cracks percolate was really good in the hood. It's your man Theo Butler. What's really good in the hood? What's going on? It's Friday. Just got paid. Friday. Shout out to the late great Johnny Kemp and everything. We in here. We in here. And if you can be here today, I'm glad. Hopefully it's warm where you at. It's a little bit warmer where we at though. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. Hopefully, what I'm picking up, everybody gonna put that. What I'm putting down, everybody gonna pick up. What's going on? I tell them what's going on. Hey, the drive to 1,000 is what it is. So we gonna make it do what it do. Yeah, y'all see me. Y'all see me. Y'all see me. Hold on. Y'all see me. This what it is. You know what? Being what it's supposed to be, it look too much like a stocking cap, don't it? Look like one of them sleeping caps and everything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and take that on off. Trying to be ethnic and cultural in today's video. But y'all see the title and everything like that. I understand some concerns and everything like that. Juju went comic book shopping the other day and everything like that. I'm going comic book shopping today. But I felt like we could talk about some things, discuss some things. It's in the morning, it's AM. Lives do help with the numbers. We are coming with some comic book content later on today, though. So I don't want y'all to think that we're not. I'm gonna check up on these notes though before we get into what we're going to get into the way we get into it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make it do what it do. Also, we over 900. The goal was 900, right? Well, so far I got Juju, Gray, and Miss Kent, Miss Keita. So if you want your poster mailed out by tomorrow, you need to inbox me. ASAP Rocky. I try to be a man of my word, but it's a two-way street. You got to help me help you. Help me help you, and we gonna turn down the volume. Turn down the volume. Let me make sure I go over these notes real quick. We got Nitellum, we got the Kamoyo Kid, we got Juju Rose in the building. It's a little chilly in Tampa. I would probably come down to Tampa and wear some shorts, huh? RCA, Theo, what's good? Rock with me nation in the building. Rock with me nation in the building. One nation under a groove. Getting down just for the funk of it. Yeah. Shout out to George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, the official theme song of the Rock with me nation. Yeah. We at 977. Hey, oh, yeah. What's going on? So, Twitter, X, whatever we want to call it. Right. So, I see stuff. I understand concerns. I do. I'm not finna act like that. I'm not finna act like I don't understand concerns and everything like that. I do. I see stuff differently though, and it's opinion. So I wanted to assuage some concerns. First, we're going to start off with a look at the rise of X. I think that's fair. Shout out to my lovely daughter, Crystalline. One of her classmates, who is a new member of the Rock With Me Nation, is following the X-Men franchise, and as was I reviewing the X-Men titles. Now, I wanted to let her know, yeah, your father is. Your father is reviewing this. Your father is into this. Your father is rocking with it. So let him know that I will be reviewing it. That review drops this weekend. Y'all will have it. And it's going to be a title that we take a look at. One of the things, when Marcus and I were doing from Back of the Bus, we're doing comic book reviews. One of the things that we were concerned about was we love the Krakoan era. We did. We love the Krakoan era. We love the Arakko era, Mars. We loved all that. Wasn't really too keen on them going back to Grey Malkin Lane. We weren't. We was like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not really feeling that. What I never thought about was how they were going to get there. Well, this book hints at it. I will dive into it more intimately when I do the comic book review. But my belief is, and if you're an X-Men fan, you're not new to what I'm getting ready to say. My belief is they're going to reset the timeline. My belief is that they're going to reset the timeline. Go pick up this book if you like the X-Men and everything like that. And the reason for that, which makes me say they're going to reset the timeline, is a conversation. You have Rasputin, you have Professor Xavier, and you have Doug Ramsey, who went missing. We still don't know where his wife at. Like, I don't want folks thinking I didn't read them comics. I don't. What is it? Karen Gillan. I don't want you thinking I forgot this dude got a whole ass wife. Ten of Swords. I read that. Okay, where's she at? Like I'm gonna ask that question in the comic book review, but I don't think she gone. I don't think she deleted. So, and they in love. Man in love. Like, I'm thinking low key she should pop up with a child at any moment now. So I don't know where she at, but you got to help me out with this one. It's the last page. Charles says, if we kill off Moria before her gift activates when she's 13, it all goes away. And Krakoa will never have been and never will be. That's the last page. This comic. That's the conclusion that Charles. So I don't know. That's the plan. Now we know it's not going to go as expected, right? Right. But that's the plan. That's what just told us how that's going to happen. Now, I don't know what the takeaways will be with that. I don't know how Karen Gillan is going to do that, because I don't know how you forget it would almost be like if you do that, there's no more Krakoa, then you cheapen that whole storyline. You cheapen the Arakko storyline. And I know quite a few people that are Aurora Monroe fans, myself included, but I ain't as rabid. If her character development go backwards, because you finna act like that whole Krakoa era didn't take place. Oh, you finna piss off a lot of people. you finna piss off a lot of people. So I don't know how you finna do it. I'm here for the ride though. I'm here for the ride. So just to let y'all know, I will be dropping that comic book review probably tomorrow. Let me keep up with these notes. Not the Komoyo Kid is in the building. Absolutely. Yes, sir. I'm on Facebook. Absolutely. I'm on Facebook. Absolutely. Professor Film Fan is in here. Absolutely. Juju. Magneto already on his way back. Meeping up with the comics tradition. Keeping up. Yeah. Magneto always pops right back up when you think he's down permanent. Man, that IP is worth a lot of change. You ain't taking that off the table. Nah, and every X-Men fan know it. Yeah, he be going for a little bit. He coming back though. That's why it's like you have to come up with more ingenious ways to kill off Magneto, because everybody know you bringing him back. So now it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, he went out like a G. He did. He went out like a champ that time. That's what's up. He went out better this time than he did last. That's the only thing you're looking at, because you know they're bringing him back. You got to bring him back. Just don't bring him back as just straight up evil. I actually like the character arc of Eric Lenshear in X-Men Red. So he comes back. They say he's not coming back the same. If he comes back a bad guy, how many times has Magneto been a bad guy? I asked that question for a reason, because if you read comic books, because we low-key having a discussion right now on social media about similar story arcs always popping up. Well, if Magneto comes back as a bad guy, how many times, and I mean differently, how many times has Magneto been a straight up asshole in the comics? People keep buying it. So, moving right along. Hitting the reset only work well when you need Wi-Fi to work. But as far as storytelling, not so much. You know, we say that. We say that, but okay, well, how many times Batman they had a Robin's ass whoop? Quite a few. How many times has Brainiac shrunk a city? Quite a few. I don't want folks thinking you get the same damn storyline quite a few times is what I'm saying. Like, and you pay for it and you like it, you do. And if you ain't seeing the fact that you've been buying the same damn storyline over and over and over again, that's because you're getting caught up on all the bells and whistles that come along with that damn stuff. And that's fine. If that's what a writer has been able to do, get you focused over here when they doing something. Great job by the writer. Great job by the writer. But every reader is not going along with that. No, not every reader is going to be fooled by bells and whistles. Readers are going to be able to sit here and be like, because if that's what it was, let me preface it by saying it like this. I've worked in quite a few call centers in my lifetime. I have, since in my adult lifetime, I have. The call center ratio is what? Damn near always 80 to 90% females, 10% males, right? Right, cool. I've been involved in quite a few sexually explicit conversations in the office place with members of the opposite sex. I have. I've never been called to the office for sexual harassment. Well, Theo, what do you mean when you say that? What I mean when I say is this: if you like it, you're not gonna complain. It's only if you don't like it that you're gonna complain. Because Miles Morales' story is Peter Parker's story, and I know quite a few Miles Morales fans would beat your ass if you said that. I mean, eating it up. We sit up here like this. And when I say we, I'm talking about Spider-Man fans that's in their 50s, 60s. It's some in their 70s that still read comics, still got a very, very young mind, active mind, and everything like that. We look at Miles Morales, and low-key, let me just go ahead and say this. Low-key, that's the reason why people my age, older, we like Miles, but we don't really rock with Miles like that because we've already gotten Miles' story. We see it before. We like it, but you can't tell that to a Miles Morales fan. You got to let them be great. Because if you say Miles is getting Peter's sloppy seconds, figuratively, literally, and literature wise as well. Like if you tell them that, it's going to be a fight. It's not you saying the character is bad. That's not what you're saying. You're saying the same storyline that they oohing and ahhing with over Miles Morales, we already had them storylines in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s with Peter. You better not say that out loud, though. You better not say that out loud. When you think about it, the X-Titans have built it, reset with that resurrection subplot. I wonder who else will be revealed that have been resurrected. And I like it. Like I said, I say stuff. Thank you, Juju. I like Miles. I got like 3-4 action figures of Miles. I do. It don't mean I can't sit back and be like, okay, I like Peter too. People, it's not, I like it. I just know I've read them stories before. Well, you know what? The talent is in not telling the story. The talent is how can you reinvent the story? How can you put your spin on the story? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase right here. Black Panther. Let's go ahead and get it on out the air. It's a lot of concern. Now I'm gonna tell you what my concerns are. One, are we writing Marvel to, and we say M heroes okay to print, right? mheroes at marvel.com. Okay to print. Right. Cool. This is my concern. Juju, you're going to love this one. February getting ready to come around. See the shirt I got on? Shout out to my brother D Real. Got the shirt on and everything like that. Right. So this is my concern. Here I am. It's 2024. I love my people. I got a sister that's got a doctorate writing a comic book that I saw get about a character that I love get dragged through the mud. My concerns, and we understand how this works, unless we practice in cognitive dissonance. We understand how this works. So what we, as Black people, what we're doing, instead of taking our concerns to the comic book company, no, we're airing our dirty laundry. I done said quite a few times on this video, concerns, issues, send them to who? mheroes at marvel.com. Okay to print. Attention Black. I've said that. But now we know we got people watching us, right? Recast T'Challa, Black Panther fan group, Rock With Me Nation, black folks, colored people, Negroes, niggas, whatever. You know it's people on social media watching you, right? That's a sister that's writing a comic book. Now, she's doing a hell of a job. Now, I ain't even got to where I'm going to go with this. But she's doing a much, much better job in comparison. And she can be found. She's not a coward. Whether she checks her social media account or not, she's not a coward. She's right there. The other dude, Jonathan Ridley, no social media account. You couldn't get in contact with him at all. Matter of fact, considering what she's doing for the character, I'm offended for her that we have anything loud to say. See, that type of vitriol should be left for him. We should really be talking straight to her, straight to the editor. Because who you talking to on social media that can do something about it? Who? I've gotten to the point in my life that I'm starting to understand, starting to believe that we as individuals want to be understood, but we don't put that same energy into wanting to understand other people. We want to be heard. We don't put that same energy in wanting to hear other people. We want to be listened to, but we're not really pressed to put that same energy into listening to other people. Now that's a damn shame. We want to be understood, we want to be heard, and we want to be listened to, but we're not necessarily pressed to give that energy back. We want the benefit of the doubt as individuals. We do. We're not necessarily pressed to give it to another individual. Did you read Jungle Action? Did you read it? Don McGregor? You liked it? You loved it? You know what some people had complaints about in regards to Jungle Action? Jungle Action didn't look like what they got in Fantastic Four. No, Fantastic Four actually looked modernized. Wakanda looked modernized. So while everybody has so much love, I do too, in regards to Don McGregor and what he did for Black Panther, it very much looked like a third world country. That wasn't what we got in Fantastic Four. That wasn't it. Because Reed marveled at how futuristic Wakanda looked. That and Jungle Action takes place after his appearance in Fantastic Four. That's not what that was. It's some good coffee. Christopher Priest. Great job. Marvel Knights. Why did he feel like he had to bring T'Challa to America for people to understand him, for people to be able to relate to him. You're a black man. You can't write a black character in Africa. Then you don't use a brother, a black male, an African American, a black. See, if I say black, that confuses me because black is literally across the whole damn word. If I say African American, I'm pretty much pinpointing that your black ass live in America. But anyway, why Christopher Priest couldn't write that a black African American was assigned to T'Challa? Why it had to be somebody white? Who that was for? And then why so many Catman references? Hell, the way he wrote him in the comic book, you actually do see the damn picture of Everett Ross dressed like Robin. You do. And low key, they still keep doing that. Because in the most recent Avengers run, who was Miles Morales? Falcon. Well, the Falcon to who? Nighthawk. Well, ain't Nighthawk a ripoff? You got that from Christopher Priest. And he got rid of the dude. Got rid of the dude the last 12 issues around. He got rid of T'Challa. He replaced him with a dude who wasn't blessed by Bass to even be wearing the Black Panther habit in the first damn place. That's literally what he did. Gave the dude a brain aneurysm. How you getting a brain aneurysm and you literally see if you can't die from cancer, you're not having no brain aneurysm. Christopher Priest didn't give two damns. And there was a civil war. Yeah, they got into it with the Jabari tribe. Yep, sure did. Okay, well damn, Reginald Hudlin came along and did the same damn thing. And I never hear people making an issue about what he did in regards to Sion being beat by T'Challa, a human being beaten a superhuman. I never hear anybody say anything. He liked that run. Well, he had civil unrest in Wakanda too. How many that is? Because it literally started with Don McGregor. It did. Started with Don McGregor. Well, Christopher Priest wrote that story too. When he took T'Challa back to Wakanda, that's what he did. Well, Reginald Hudlin did the same damn thing. Except they did some other stuff in there that was effing up the Black Panther mythos. Let me just say that. They did some other stuff that was effing up the Black Panther mythos. They were doing some stuff to low-key replace the favorite character you say you like. Mr. Smith feels in his heart of hearts, I'm not saying he's right, I'm not saying he's wrong, but Mr. Smith feels like in his heart of hearts, the only reason why Reginald Hudlin created Shuri was to replace T'Challa. Now think about that mindset. Not to go along with T'Challa, but to replace T'Challa. Well, low-key, ain't that what we talking about today? Replacing one for the other instead of having them exist together like they should? Now, I'm not saying I agree with Mr. Smith. I would like to give Reginald Hudlin the benefit of the doubt and say he created Shuri to go along with T'Challa. That would be me. But I'm not, I can't say I can't say Mr. Smith is alone in feeling like that. No. There are some that feel the way that Mr. Smith does. But now, we like Ta-Nehisi Coates, right? He did the same damn thing. Tore him down. In each instance, you know what you got? You got the king of Wakanda being torn down and being rebuilt. Now, there's a difference between the color red and burgundy. They're in the same wheelhouse. But there's a difference between red and burgundy. They look similar. That's not the same color. It's not the same color. So when you look at what Dr. Eve Ewing is doing, and you compare it to other writers, like I said, I said yesterday on the live, I don't compare her writing to other writers, I compare her writing to her writing, i.e., I'm looking at this story from the mind of someone who's taking these classes, someone who's also a writer. I'm not comparing her run to John Ridley's run. That's not fair to her, and that's not fair to John Ridley. John Ridley's run didn't need to be compared to another comic book writer for a fictional writer to know that was trash. Let me say that one more time. John Ridley's run, his story arc on Black Panther, did not need to be compared to another Black Panther writer, nor did it need to be compared to another comic book writer on any other comic book for it to be seen, understood that it was trash. It's trash. It's trash by itself. It doesn't need to be compared to anything for folks to see it. It's trash. Hot trash. Okay. Eve Ewing. Now, if I do compare Eve Ewing's run to somebody else's, I don't like doing that. She didn't tear T'Challa down. You can't say, as someone who's read these previous writers, that she tore him down. So that right off the rip gets rid of your comparison. You can't even compare her to any other writer that I just mentioned based off the fact, you know, just like I do, she didn't tear him down. No, she found him right where he was, right where John Ridley left it. Now, if you read John Ridley's run, I did. I don't know if you did. You might have tapped out. I read it all the way to the end. Okay, well, that's where T'Challa was when she got him. You can't say that about John Ridley. When John Ridley got T'Challa, T'Challa was a king and a galactic emperor. You know that. I know that. That's why we got his ass up off that damn comic book. But she ain't tear T'Challa down. As a matter of fact, John Ridley kicked him out of Wakanda. She put him back in Wakanda. Right off the rip. Right off the rip. Your introduction to Eve Ewing as the writer of T'Challa, right off the rip, she separated herself from every other writer you know. So wait, bring back Pilly for a beating. So what went wrong with Luke Cage's new costume? Man, don't ask me that. How would you redo his costume? Well, while we wait, what are your Super Bowl predictions? Let me see. Hold on. I like to see Priest Hutland. Come on, your kids. Miles is his code name. Man, y'all get off Miles. Y'all don't do that to Miles, man. I like Miles. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that. I like Miles. Miles still needs a code name. I do agree that Miles needs a different code name, but that's me. How many Flashes we got running around? How many Batmans we got running around? How many Supermans we got running around? Like we want Miles to have his own name so that he further separates himself from Peter. That's what we want. But we sitting up here, Wally West. Barry Allen. Jay Garrick. I don't even know what to say. Like I don't want to have fake concern when I know damn good and well over in DC, I don't have a problem. Like over in DC, now mind you, they got Batman and Batman. True enough, one in Gotham and one in New York, but they got Batman and Batman. So I don't even know what to say. Like, I get it. I understand. I don't even know how to feel about that. You know what? I think I should just, here we go. You ready? This is the truest statement that I can say. I never had a problem with there being two Black Panthers. I I never had a problem with both Shuri and T'Challa being Black Panthers. I didn't have a problem. I didn't. I did not have a problem with that. I love the visual aesthetics of it. I did. He was more strategic. She was more bloodthirsty. I did not have one problem with, now see what I'm saying? Notice what I said. I said I didn't have a problem. When they brought her back from the Black Death, she could have been a Black Panther right there, right along with her brother. Low key, I had been conditioned to accept that. How? I got quite a few flashes over here. Well, at one point in time, I know I had about 32 Robins running around. Right? So low. How many Wonder Women we got right now? Right. Black Panther, that's not a gender specific title. That's not. So I was low, and then brother and sister, I'm like, yeah, y'all go ahead and wreck shop. I was here for it. Because I was like, I couldn't, you finna run up on the brother and knowing the sister don't mind, you finna run up on the sister. I'm just think about this for a second. If we'd have got a storyline where we got Hunter, T'Challa, Shuri, and N'Jadaka, and that's your warriors of Wakanda right there. Like, you running up on Wakanda, you got to go through all that. We ain't even got to the high toots that I say. We ain't even got to the high toots that I say or the Dora Milaje. No, you got to run through them folks. God forbid we just put 2 Midnight Angels on there, Io and Anika, and let you figure it out. I'm low-key loving that setup because I low-key got them action figures. So that's low-key giving me life right now. I've been thinking to get this, and we had the opportunity to bring back one Black Pack BP comic writer. I'd like to see Hutton and Priest come back as well as Coach. Make it a 4-piece and bring back Miss Eve Ewing too. Stay on topic. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay on topic, because that ain't flowing with the topic of the conversation. Stay on topic. Priest Hutton and McGregor. Kamoyo Miles is his code name. The Miles Spider. Now tell him, as much as he unmasked, you have a point. I mean, bring back Pitley for a beating. So what went wrong with Luke Cage? I don't know. Listen, I don't want to talk about that. What's going on, Kamoyo? What's going on? Yeah, ain't it, bro? Big bro, this is a nice looking tee, ain't it? Boy, look, it fit too. Yeah, that's a 9. Boy, look, big bro. Yes, sir. Big bro did that. He did. LOL hating on Miles and Cooper. He literally doing the best out of all our Black here. I'm not gonna hate on Miles. I'm not gonna do that. And I apologize if that's the way I made it come across. No, I like Miles. I do. I really just want them to separate him from Peter. Like, if anything, I just want them to separate him from Peter. Like the way they did with Batman, Lucius Fox's son. They moved him from Gotham. Hey, over here. I would like to see them move him. That's it. Move him. I want to see him go a whole damn year and not see Peter pop up, not hear one Peter Parker reference at all. So I apologize, Juju, if I gave you that impression. No, I like Miles. What'd you say? Be real, I was born and raised in NYC, dealt with them types of real life dudes would be darker than me saying I ain't Black, I'm Dominican. Black Panther is a royal designate, absolutely. Let me see here. D Real says, Juju, I had a mug jump down my throat in a Facebook forum for calling Miles Black. They said he's Dominican, not Black. I checked. And that be the whole thing right there. Because watch this. Yeah, I hear you calling yourself Dominican. That sound good. You get pulled over by a racist, you Black. That's why I be like, I don't be understanding where the confusion coming from. I'm like, bro, you black? No, yeah, I know you was born in the Dominican Republic. I get it. I just like I was born in America. Just like this dude over here was born in Haiti. Just like this dude over here was born in Jamaica. I get all that. Where your people from? Okay, all right then. That's the thing that always used to get me about Americans. I don't know how you got Americans that are racist or bigots, and you read American history. You can try and disavow the Civil War all you want to. You still had World War One. You still had World War Two. You still had the Vietnam War. You still had the Korean War. You still had the Gulf War. And you know what? None of them folks gave a damn about whatever race you was trying to attach yourself to, whatever ethnicity you was trying to attach to. No, your ass wasn't American. I don't think one Asian, one Japanese soldier ever thought about, hey, you white? No, we killing Americans. If we're to believe 9/11, I do not believe that when the terrorists hijacked them damn planes, they let people off the plane based on their race. No, they didn't give two damns. You're an American. You finna get this work. I do not understand how racist, because I'll be like, listen, bro, if you don't like me, don't call me. Huh? Huh my ass. People say huh can hear. When he come over here, because low key, you see yourself as more American than me. Well, it's safe to say he see your ass low key more American than me. So when he come over here and he want to jump off in your damn ass, don't come looking for me. What? Don't come looking for me. Don't ask me for a damn thing. Don't ask me to escort no bombers no damn where. Don't ask me to be sneaking through no damn sewers or nothing like that. Don't ask me to see if I can broker people. No, fight him your damn self. You American? Do it your damn self. Ain't nobody else American but you? Fine, I'm good with that. Don't ask no Latino Americans to do not a damn thing. Don't ask no Asian Americans to do not a damn thing. Don't ask no Native Americans to do not a damn thing. Don't ask no Black Americans to do not a damn thing. No, take your racist white ass over there and figure it out your damn self. Matter of fact, we're going to start saying they don't represent us. Huh? They don't represent us. They don't speak for the other, watch this. They don't speak for the other four races of people in America. Keep on, because low key, I believe in segregation. I know y'all be like, Theo, huh? The Rock With Me Nation, we rock with those that rock with us. You don't want to rock with me? That's fine. I ain't finna make you rock with me. I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna force you to do nothing you don't want to do. No, I want you to be good. You don't want to F with me? Fine. I'm going right on over here by my damn self. You figure it out. Next time they want to start a war, anybody want, hey. That's them. Well, they say I ain't them. They say I'm not American. They say I'm less. Matter of fact, they got to keep voting on whether or not I'm a man or not. Well, you know what? They got to figure this shit out on their own. Damn, that's how you feel. That's how I feel. Hey, ain't no need of me fighting for no country that ain't mine. When you fight over something that don't belong to you, when you fight for your next door neighbor that don't give two damns about you before your next door neighbor do, like where we do that at? I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised that way. Their boat ride was little for man. I'm getting down with all that. So I want to get back on topic though, because we going to the milestones and everything. Nico has a problem, has a habit of doing that, taking topics and deviating. But that ain't what it's about. It ain't about the writers. It's about the concern regarding Eve Ewing. You bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Eve didn't tear T'Challa down. No. He was already torn down. What she's doing is establishing T'Challa. And she's establishing T'Challa in ways, if you are a critical reader, she's establishing T'Challa in ways you've never seen done before. Now, you might not see it, recognize it, appreciate it because of what you've been given before. It's kind of hard for me to tell you how good a steak is if you've never had a steak. If all you had is bologna, hamburger, pot roast, you're not going to know what a steak is. You're not. Well, I could tell you what she's giving you. I will. I'll allude to it and compare it to what you've gotten before. But if you don't like Eve, for whatever reason, bigotries, prejudices, built in or whatever, T'Challa's nothing to you without him being the king of Wakanda. That's how you feel. You're not going to be satisfied. I can appreciate great storytelling. And this is great storytelling. This is great storytelling. It's paced well. As Juju alluded to earlier, I think that was you, Juju. How many ass whoopings we saw him take in the previous room? Damn near everybody and their mama was putting hands on him. It get to a point where I have to ask people, what does it take to satisfy you? You ain't seen him take one L, not one damn time. Not one. Okay. Well, this early in a Panther run, when would you see another character show up? Another black character show up? A black character from a previous Black Panther run. When did you see them characters show up? Deathlock showed up. Did you appreciate that or did you just look past it? T'Challa didn't take an L. Okay, well, when was the last time anybody saw Nightshade? Anybody? When do you see that in Priest's run? When do you see that in Coates' run? When do you see that in Hutlin's run? Hell, I go you one better. When do you see that in Don McGregor's run? Because the Fantastic Four, none of them showed up over there. None of them. So right off the rip, you see how I'm doing this? I'm deconstructing the points that were made to compare her to the other writers. When? She building him back up and refocusing the story back on him. He's more confident in himself too. Absolutely. Folks say you don't want to see him doubting himself. Well, is he doubting himself or is he finding himself? See, this is what happens when you pick up auxiliary Black Panther titles. Auxiliary Black Panther titles allow you to keep up with the character. Keep up with the character so you can see that what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. Well, if you read, and I said this the other day, if you read Wakanda Voices, I'm gonna say Marvel Voices, Wakanda Forever, then not only does the conversation piece in this current issue make sense, it also makes sense why Carol Danvers found him out on a yacht by himself, chilling in the very first issue of this current Avengers story arc. We comparing her run to everybody else's run. What rebellion do you see going on in Wakanda right now? What revolution? Because we saw rebellion revolution in Ridley's run. We saw rebellion revolution in Priest's run. We saw rebellion revolution in Coates' run. Like you saw, we saw that. Hutlin, Priest, Hutlin, Priest, Ridley, Coates. All three of them had rebellions in Wakanda, revolutions in Wakanda. What rebellion revolution is going on in Wakanda right now? There is none. So that's a false equivalency in and of itself. Okay, when was the last time you seen him set up shop in any other place in Wakanda besides the Golden City? The last time you seen him just be like this wasn't in any story in Wakanda. It was in Hell's Kitchen. Are you saying that he had to? Now you can say he had to find himself in Hell's Kitchen, but what's the difference between that Hell's Kitchen story and this story? Oh, well, in Hell's Kitchen, he didn't have the powers of the Black Panther. He didn't have the abilities of the Black Panther. That was Shuri. So you mean when he was in Hell's Kitchen, Shuri was the Black Panther. He was just called Panther, basically. He didn't have any Panther abilities. But in this run, Shuri is the griot. He still got the Black Panther abilities. And he ain't in Hell's Kitchen. This ain't a rebellion. This ain't a revolution. She's actually went above and beyond to state it in all the issues. This is the issue with two crime families. This ain't no rebellion. This ain't no revolution. This two crime families beefing. And you got a demon. I'm looking, they say when you look to the right, you be memorizing stuff. And as I'm looking far off and to the right and I'm gazing off to the distance, I'm trying to think of what demon Christopher Priest gave me. I'm sitting here looking. And now I'm looking at Reginald Hudlin, and while he did a tremendous, I'm still upset about that whole Sion thing. I'm looking back, and Reginald Hudlin let it be known they got the cure. There is no illness really. You die pretty much of old. You either dying of old age or something that happened to you in Wakanda, like an accident. You ain't really dying of no disease. Well, I ain't seen no demon over there. Okay, well, let me go on over here to Ta-Nehisi Coates run. I'm looking. You see, we bring back Shuri from the Black Death. Got that. We got Ensign Feedy. We got that. We got the crew. We got that and everything like that there. I get the people. That's a rebellion. That's a revolution. Zizay, I got all that and everything like that. No. Okay, well, let me slide on over here to the Intergalactic Empire because Coates got 2 runs on Black Panther. So let me slide on over here to the Intergalactic. I see the gods and goddesses and everything like that. I do. I see Bass, her avatar, get into it with Eric Kilmar. I see that. I see the progenitors. I see all that. I see that. You know, the first people that was on Wakanda. I see Wakanda Prime and everything. I don't see no demon. I don't see no demon. I don't see no. And she gave us another Panther. She gave us another. Who gave us another Panther like that? Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back and take a look at Christopher Priest. Let me see. We got the Black Panther from the future that had a brain aneurysm. Push that off to the side. We go to Reginald Hudlin. Yeah, I got Sion. He give me Shuri and everything right there. We talk about T'Chaka. We do. We talk about T'Chaka. Talk about it. Get a Zuri. We get a Zuri. We do. Get that. Okay. Let me go on over here to Coates. Now, Coates did bring back everybody. When I say everybody, T'Challa had to chop it up as the king of the dead. T'Challa had to chop it up as the King of the Dead with all the previous Panthers. So I like that. She did give us intelli. And why does it? Y'all, I told y'all that I'm doing the comic book review. Y'all take this little nugget with y'all right here. Black Panther fan group, recast T'Challa. I'm proud of this one, y'all. Y'all stay with me right here, yonder. This is, if you know me, grow me, sharing, it's caring and everything like that. Y'all write this down. 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 Oh, good God, my Jesus. Y'all write this down. Y'all, because y'all need this right here. Black Panther number 7. Covering this in my bad story and everything like that. But Black Panther number 7. Sharing is caring, if you know me, grow me. And I believe in giving my people all the ammunition they need. Black Panther number 7. It came out. Yeah. Now, when I say Black Panther number 7, now I just need y'all to understand. I went back with this one. I went back with this one. January. Good God Almighty. Black Panther number 7. This thing old. This thing is old. Drums. In Black Panther number 7. Volume 1. Volume 1. In Black Panther number 7. Let me tell you what T'Challa says. And I want to make sure I can tell y'all who T'Challa talking to, because y'all gonna be like, man, I just want to make sure I tell y'all who T'Challa talking to. See here. I want to make sure I can tell y'all who the guy is that T'Challa is talking to. He's talking to some short dude. Let me see. Track the mysteries of the Lost City. It ain't saying, but what he is telling the guy is this. I want to make sure I go ahead and tell y'all, because I thought this was crazy. Bashinga was the first Black Panther, wise and fearless. He closed the mound and formed a cult that would guard it against all intruders. Each of his descendants lived and died in that cause. For centuries, they fought to keep the demon spirits from spreading across the earth. This is T'Challa talking. If my family profited by this, then why have they never been known to die in bed? The gentleman says to him, ah, yes, we come to the profitable venture which your family created. He's talking to T'Challa, the Panther cult. He's saying that T'Challa's family created the Panther cult. Well, that would be Bashinga. And people be like, well, why they not telling? They can't tell no stories about anything accurate from Wakanda, because like I've been telling y'all, every damn body in that damn Black Panther tree go all the way back to T'Challa. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it. If they put anybody in there, they got to tell you about T'Challa, and they don't want to tell you about T'Challa. They don't want you asking no questions about T'Challa. We can't have no discussion on the message boards where you say something like ain't Bashinga an ancestor. No, we can't talk like that. We can't talk like that. We can't talk like that. And that's what that is. And you need to know that. I'm trying to find this guy's Mr. Little. He was talking to Mr. Little. That was Mr. Little. He was talking to in regards to Abner Little is his name. Abner Little. Yes, some of us might not know that, but that's his name. Abner Little. So, yeah. They can't discuss T'Challa. They can't discuss that family tree, i.e., they can't give you an accurate story in the MCU regarding, you see, you can get bashed, right? Right. They can't give you a story in the MCU about that family tree. The leader of the High Toots is here. Hell, brother Steve. There he is. There he is. There he is. Come on. These Steelers in the building. It's official. Let me make sure I keep up with these notes. Character growth matters. There was no doubt in him in Jungle Action. But there does tend to be a lot of civil unrest in Wakanda. There does. It's a bunch of superficial takes on who T'Challa is with no basis in anything. Absolutely. I feel like this run is connecting T'Challa to Wakanda itself, not from up high in the castle, but amongst the people itself. Absolutely. And Black Panther was able to force them into a ceasefire in a single issue. That's king. See how you pointed that out? Now, what other run was T'Challa able to force a ceasefire on his own? Even if we go back to Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, he needed Shangermeyer assistance in putting down the rebellion / the revolution. Even the doors turned against him and everything like that. There's nothing like that going on in her run. So when people, and this is why I say, people gonna believe what they want to believe, people gonna hear what they want to hear. Well, you see it. There's no way in the world you can make a sensible, let me say that because people can make comparisons all day long. There's no way in the world you can make a sensible, reasonable comparison to how she's writing him now and to how he's been written in the past. I did a video a while ago in regards to the fact she didn't start him on his hero's journey. She's just completing what the other dude started. And they not retconning it. Now, the only reason why I think they did not retcon it, because I've heard people like, why didn't she just use the King Solomon's fraud to undo it and everything like that, is because I don't know, but I'm going to take a wild guess that when she talked to the editorial department, when she talked to them before she got hired for the job, she threw some ideas out there as to what she was going to do to put this character back. And they was probably like, you know what? We don't even need to retcon him then. If that's what you're going to do to bring the character back, we here for it. And I'm here for it. Come on, you're right. Had T'Challa dancing in the clubs, bankhead bouncing. We never seen that. Last time we saw T'Challa in the damn club, it was with him, Logan, and everybody else for his damn bachelor party. Coach Run tried to nerf T'Challa. The Diddley Run tripled down on that to the point of disrespect. I don't know what to say because I keep thinking about John Ridley, and I always say you got to be careful where you take your counsel from. And John Ridley is looked at as a representation of our people, rightfully so, wrongfully so. He's viewed as representation of our people, a symbol for our people, achievements for our people. That's a lot of responsibility, whether you ask for it or not. Charles Barkley famously alluded to the fact that he was not a role model. Somebody had to, hey, whether you want to be or not, you got kids looking up to you. Whether John Ridley wants that responsibility or not, I believe he does, or he wouldn't have been as arrogant as he was in his interview with Esquire magazine. So I believe he does want the responsibility. I believe to a degree he sees himself as a black person that's above the common black person. I'm going to say it. I've said it before. I will say it again. John Ridley, Nate Moore, and Ryan Coogler need to be sat down in front of somebody, and they need to be interviewed. Like, not, I don't give a damn about your accomplishments or nothing like that. Somebody that knows the character, T'Challa, knows the characters in Wakanda, knows it, understands what those characters, what they symbolize, what they mean to a people, that person needs to sit down and have all in front of them and interview them. And don't give them nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. They need to be asked the same way Gail was able to go after R. Kelly, the same way Oprah wanted to go after Michael Jackson. That's exactly what needs to happen. That's exactly what needs to happen. That's exactly what needs to happen. I find acts like that no differently than what Clarence Thomas does. I find acts like that no different than what Candace Owens does. I find acts like that no different than what the brother name is, the sportscaster, Jason Whitlock. I honestly put those three brothers on the same level with those three individuals based on their constant portrayal of this character. That's exactly how I feel about it. And Marvel, the MCU, if you're listening, I know you are. Yes, I do put Nate Moore, Ryan Coogler, and John Ridley on the same level with Jason Whitlock, Candace Owens, and Clarence Thomas. As of right now, I don't see a difference. We keep up with these notes. D. Steezel and the Beezy, Kamoyo, Juju. Kamoya, is Miguel in Peter's shadow? Is Gwen in Peter's shadow? Is Ben O'Reilly in Peter's shadow? What about Obi, Spider-Boy? I feel like people only reserve that for Miles for some reason. You know what might be getting, and Juju, this is me. What might be getting Miles caught up, and this is just American history. We're not looking at Gwen Stacy like that. I'm not. I'm not looking at MJ like that. I'm not. I look at Miles like that no differently than I look at Sam Wilson like that. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Gerald Theophilus, Butler. Daryl Atkins. That's not my last name. Why in 2020, why in the new millennium, when we understand what that's like, naming a black person after a white person? And Miles Morales, we can look at it how we want to. That's a young Dominican male. Well, why, with all that ethnicity, all that culture in his home, why is he naming himself after the white man? No differently than how I feel about Sam Wilson being called Captain America. What was wrong with the Falcon? What about you? What about you being a symbol to your people? What about your people looking up to you as opposed to you being a grown man, a grown black man, looking up to a grown white man? So I'm not speaking for anybody else in regards to that, in regards to Miles Morales. But when I look at Miles Morales, I look at that. I look at that right there. You mean tell me that's it? You Spider-Man? I could say the same thing about Lucius Fox being called Batman. I'm like, you Batman? Why you got to be Batman? What do you see the value at in yourself? Because you're literally taking somebody else's name. And ain't that how we got here? Ain't that part of our history in this country? If you're a black person and you got a European last name, that tells you every damn thing you need to know. Let me say that one more time. If you're a black person in America and you got a European last name, I don't really like none of my characters. No, it ain't. No, absolutely. That's why I said I apologize if I was ever making you feel some type, because that wasn't my intent. I was just merely explaining why I want him to. I don't see him necessarily, but I do want there to be a distinctive difference between the two. And I don't think it's fair that if I got a Spider-Man comic book and it ain't got Peter's name on it, why I gotta have a Spider-Man comic book and have my. Now, true enough, there are Spider-Man titles that have Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man. So Miles Morales, but Peter has titles where it's just Spider-Man, and you know who the hell you getting. Well, you can't really do that with Miles because folks might not know who they getting. But if you change his name, something of Dominican culture, African culture, you can put it. You can have Miles Morales. You can have Miles Morales, the Amazing Anansi. There's so many different things you could do, but no, this ain't a tear down Miles's video. That ain't what that is. But back to the topic, because I don't want to, go somewhere where we wasn't trying to go, because we actually got some more to copy here. My biggest gripe is Miles taking his mom's. That tell you everything you need to know. That right there, that tell you everything you need to know. Because that problem should never have occurred, but we didn't create the character. Let me say that problem should have never occurred, because that was an easy fix. That was an easy fix. His last name could have been Morales. You just had to make, if what you were going for, Marvel, see, this is why we're not in the room. If what you were going for was to make him multi-ethnic, then his dad should have been Dominican. His mother should have been African American. That was an easy fix. No. Even when you bring him over to 616, once again, that's an easy fix. No. You got his dad take. I said it once, I said it again. I don't know. Can we talk? We'll tell the camera, say, can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Okay, can we talk? Can my brothers and sisters, can we chop it up real quick? Can we talk? Can we talk? Okay. I'm not trying to offend nobody. This is just us. Us, our culture, our ethnicity. Can we chop it up? Okay, so Camilla, Georgia, me. If she can't use your comb, don't bring her home. If she can't use your comb, don't bring her home. Okay. We watch movies. The Brothers. You remember the Brothers? Shamar Moore, D.L. Hughley, Bill Bellamy, Morris Chestnut. Y'all remember that? You remember Bill Bellamy, his character? You remember his mama? You remember that scene where Bill was trying to get his mama not to be going off on him about dating women that wasn't black? Do you remember how she was snapping on him? Stay right there. Us, our culture. Safe to say, if your dad ain't in your life, you got your mama's last name. Stay right there. Stay right there. I don't have my father's last name. I got my mama's last name. You know who my mama got her daddy's last name, who was married to her mama. Stay right there. Couldn't you imagine? This why I be like, this ain't me writing this. This ain't me writing this. Whoever writing this, y'all ain't got no black friends. Whoever writing this, Y'all ain't got no black friends. Y'all don't talk to black folks. Y'all don't watch black television. Y'all in your own, y'all don't know nobody black. Theo, why? I don't know one black mama signing up for that. What black boy can come home? What grown ass black man can come home and tell his mama he done took another woman's last name? Y'all feel free to put that in the comment section. She done already looked at your ass funny because you done brought somebody home that's not her. She trying to figure out what the hell going on because she like, damn, I gave birth to you. You ain't want to come home. You ain't bring nobody home that reminded me of me. She in her feelings off the rip. You finna change your last, okay. I could not imagine. I could not imagine walking in Anderson Butler and Freddie Mae Butler's house and telling them that I was taking the last name of my wife. I can't imagine me walking into the house. I can't imagine me telling my aunt, Annie Ruth Butler, that I'm fixing to get married. That's what I said, fixing. I'm fixing to get married and I'm finna take my wife's last name. And I couldn't give two damns if my wife was black. They not signing off on that. Miles Morales' dad used to be a whole gangster back in the day. Yep. Kid Anansi works. We like Miles. We want more. Yeah. Like I ain't. I got my dad's last name, and he was a Rolling Stone from saying, yeah. Like I don't. Ain't no way in hell. So I'm right there with you, Juju. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's what happens though when you have people doing stuff and they don't know, they aren't pressed to know and aren't pressed to care. And I think that's the shame of it all with too many characters that aren't white. So, but let Dr. Eve Ewing cook. That if you're comparing her current writing to the writings that have come previously in regards to the status of T'Challa, I'm gonna ask you to go back and reread them stories that you're comparing it to. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask you to go back and reread them stories. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask that you go back and reread them stories. From what I understand, they couldn't use Miles Davis. Unfortunately, they couldn't, and that's fine. But he could still be Miles Morales. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. You could have made his mother black, could have made his father Dominican. That's Miles Morales right there. Like they could have even said his mother's favorite musician was Miles Morales. I'm gonna say was Miles Davis. So she named him Miles. Dad's name was Morales. That was an easy fix. Like I don't know if that was where I was going, if that was where I was headed, and that's what I wanted to do. That was easy. I don't. But then it began. This me being petty. What pure black child do we have that's a superhero in Marvel? It's some good coffee. Some good coffee. We're going to keep the party rolling though, because like I said, I didn't want to get fixated on that. I did think it was something that we did need to discuss. Like, I just want the queen to cook. Let the queen cook. The reason why I say that is because you never know who's looking at you on social media and who might take what you're saying out of context and try and use it as ammunition to push their own narrative. That's why I try and be very, very careful about what I say. People like to copy, paste, and take what you say and run with it. She's doing an excellent job. So I would just strongly suggest that, as opposed to just comparing, because it looked like I said, red and burgundy are not the same color. They not. That's not the same color. Yeah, from afar, from a distance, they could look alike, but when you get up close, they're not the same. So my suggestion would be to those that are finding themselves frustrated. Now this gonna be totally up to you, because I don't know where you're coming from with it. But if you want to be fair, go back and review those other runs. If you just want to be where you at, there ain't nothing I can say, because everybody got an opinion. It's just everybody's opinion not steeped in facts. Some people's opinions are steeped in bigotries. Some people's opinions are steeped in prejudice. And some people's opinions are steeped in fear. So, Professor X, Magneto, and mutants. Was it really about? Now, damn it, I love this one right here. Ooh. Shout out to my brother D Real. He talked about this the other day. A little bit. He did. And I'm gonna approach it to a degree from the same angle he did. You know, it's a lot to be said about this, that, then the third in regards to Malcolm X. Is Malcolm X, is that who Magneto was based on? Professor Charles Xavier, was he based off of Martin Luther King? We gotta, yeah, man. People, yeah. I try not to get, you know, I'm doing better, and I gotta thank you and Mr. Smith for that, and how I deal with trolls and everything like that. But so believe in whatever you want to believe. This is not saying you need to believe this. This is not me saying you need to believe that. No. That's not where I'm coming from in regards to the X-Men, Magneto, and Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just going to point out some things. So, civil rights era, right. Martin Luther King, Professor Charles Xavier. Malcolm X, Magneto. Mutants, black folk. X-Men, Black Panther Party. Genosha, Africa. San Francisco. Settlements, black settlements. Krakoa. Rosewood. Araco, Mars. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Fall of X. The burning of Rosewood. Fall of X. The bombing of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like, not for nothing, but if I sit here and I'm not saying nothing, I just sit back and I just read stuff. Okay, well, what's the difference between a black person and a white person? It's really just pigmentation. It's literally the same damn race, human race. Okay, well, what's the difference between a mutant and a superpowered human? Like, what's the difference between being born with your abilities and just coming across your abilities? How you mad at the person that was born with their abilities? You ain't got no heat, no smoke. And how do you tell the difference? Like, how you know Spider-Man wasn't born with his abilities? Like, how you not mad at Cap? What, you cool with Carol Danvers, but you mad at Cyclops? And even with the Beast, The Beast is tricky as hell because didn't nobody like him when he looked like a human, had on a yellow and blue costume. This dude, furry and blue, put on some black tights and link up with the Avengers, and it's nothing. Anybody say nothing. He's smiling, got his Avengers ID card and everything. Nobody say nothing. So what I've seen well, not seen because I wasn't alive, but history shows black folks moving away from white folk. Like, that's history. That's American history. That's American history and world history. Like, y'all don't want us over here. Okay, we finna go leave. And what happened when black folk leave? Like, I'm not making this up. This ain't me being racist. No, this is American history. What happened when black folk in America separate themselves from white folk in America? I'm not making that up. This ain't no racist rant. No, this history. Well, damn it, the mutants literally gave the world what they were looking for. The world don't like mutants. They left. Damn near every mutant left every nation, every continent, and went to Krakoa. You didn't want them. You didn't want them in America. They left. That still wasn't good enough. They were even getting ready to set up shop on a whole other planet. That still wasn't good enough. Well, damn it, there's historical context here. Oh, there's some historical context here, and I know we want to say it ain't, and that's fine. I'm here for it. I just read this. Watch this. I read this story before. I read this story before in the comics. What I say, Asteroid M. Ain't this the same storyline? Asteroid M. Okay, well, Genosha, right? Okay, M Day, when Wanda got rid of damn near every damn mutant. This what we got. This is a mutant extinction level event, right? That's what's going on. Well, we done got this quite a few times. Like, I don't want us to be fans of what Karen Gilliam is giving us, because we done got this story quite a few damn times. It's got a twist to it, but we done got this story quite a few times. I don't want us to be clapping what she giving us and then finna get in our tithers about what Eve doing. No. I done read this story before. The difference is I read this story in history books as well. Y'all tell me when I'm wrong. Y'all, I'm looking at the comments. I'm waiting on y'all to tell me, you know what, Theo, no. I'm waiting on y'all to tell me when, that ain't it. Nothing. I done seen mutants try and get up and run from humanity and still couldn't get loose from them. How you after somebody you don't like? How they keep moving and you keep going after them? I don't get that. You don't like them. They pose a danger. Well, leave the hell alone. Because low key, I don't like them. They pose a danger. I hear that about my people all the damn time. Well, you know what? Historically speaking, I done seen my people that are not liked and pose a danger get up and leave for the same damn people that say they don't like them and pose a danger to keep effing with them. Leave them alone. Like, damn. That's historical context there. And I'm not going to act like I don't see that. I'm not. Because as far as I'm concerned, Nimrod being dropped on Krakoa out of orbit, that was them bombing Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you can't see, if you can't see the similarities, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So I can understand how folks feel. Folks gonna say it was. Folks gonna say it's not. All I'm gonna say is there's some historical context. You can draw some historical comparisons between what the mutants have been going through since they were put into Marvel Comics and what black folk been going through. Because honestly, I'm not understanding. Do you know it's black folks, humans, that got issues with black mutants in the comics? How? How? Cause watch this. Y'all gonna like this one. If you are a black mutant in the car riding with a black human, they pull over the car, a racist car pull over the car, he don't give a damn who the mutant is or not. Get your black ass out the car. I'm trying to figure out when us, because I said this joke the other day. You could be in a damn SUV, have an African, it don't matter who driving. You could have an African in there, an African American in there, a Jamaican in there, a Haitian in there, West Indian in there, somebody from South Africa in there. You could have 8 different black folks in that SUV. When the racists pull you over, you're not caring. You're not checking for no cards, no visas, or nothing. Get y'all black asses out the car. You don't care. So if the enemy don't care, why you care? I'm saying that to every black person. If the enemy of black people don't care, why you care? If the enemy of Americans, I'm saying this to Americans, if the enemy of Americans, of America, doesn't care, why you care? If the enemy of my country doesn't care about our differences, then why do my fellow Americans care? And if we find ourselves in a hostile situation where I am defending America, do you really care about my ethnicity or my race, or do you care about my nationality? I ain't asking, I'm just asking. Chris Claremont was on one, wasn't he? This has been a great wake up for me. Better than coffee. Gotta rock with y'all on the next one. I'm out. Absolutely. Thank you so much for stopping by, B. Thank you so much. The enemy hates you. Yeah. So I don't be understanding where all these differences coming from. Like, you got a Haitian accent, I don't. You know what? The enemy don't care. You're not gonna be able to talk your way out of it. So I don't even know why we keep going down that tree. That's a message to my fellow Americans. That's a message to my fellow black people. The enemy don't care. So if the enemy don't care, why do you? So keeping the party rolling and everything like that. Like I said, I just wanted us to look at some stuff in regards to the X-Men. Upcoming Legends of Wakanda. I told y'all I was going to get into it with Bast. I did want to drop this little tidbit. This is for my family members, Recast the Child of Black Panther fan group. Rock with me, nation. The division is the echoes of the colonizers there. Hey, man, listen, they can have that by themselves. They be mad at me, like, man, you don't talk like everybody else. I don't know how you want me to talk. Don't put the book in front of me and you don't want me to read it. Don't put the book in front of me, ask me to read it, and then act like you want me to forget the damn book. I read it. Y'all taught me the history book. Didn't I have to? Did we take U.S. history? Did we not get graded on it? Yeah, you what? Elementary school, middle school, high school, college? Ain't that what you had to do? Okay, well, damn it, that's what that is. And I didn't write it. I didn't write down U.S. history. Folks got, right, that's the other thing. Folks, I didn't write them damn history books. You wrote them damn history books. You take that up with you. Talking about We want to read. I never wrote a history book. And I don't think any of my people wrote I don't think any of my people wrote the Encyclopedia Britannica. I don't. So stop trying to make me feel bad about the stuff your ancestors wrote. Your ancestors wrote them damn book. Mine didn't write that. Wakanda, Nahanda's latest, Zon's region. We ain't even got to this stuff yet. Like this, she got a lot to catch up on because Buddy didn't do it. Buddy had 15 issues and never explored this. I'm looking at the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, how it's set up right now. And the reason why I'm looking at this, I'm going to tell y'all why in a second. But we got Nahanda's lattice, Zon's region, Moon, Kudju of planet Ocean, Moon, Kudju of planet Oshun, the Benhazen system, planet Bass, the Matrix, the Matrix of Mamadou, T'Chaka's Reach, planet Agwe, the Scion Expanse, and the Galactic Gate. And we ain't get none of that. We can't even get this from her because she got to repair what he did, and he wasn't touching it. Think about that for a second. You literally know little to nothing about the galactic empire of Wakanda that Ta-Nehisi Coates left in place because John Ridley was more concerned about deconstructing T'Challa as opposed to constructing T'Challa. He was interested in telling his own story as opposed to continuing a story. You know what Eve's having to do? Finish John Ridley's story before we can even get to what Ta-Nehisi Coates set up. She got to fix that garbage. That's why I said that dude need to be interviewed. He need to be interviewed. So we find ourselves, because I had a question here. This issue, Wakanda, issue 2. Mamadou Fall is on the cover. I want to ask a question. Does anybody know who Zentra is? That is XE''NTRA. Does anybody know who Zentra is? Anybody? Bueller, Ferris, Bueller. Does anybody know who Zentra is? The division of the enemy hates you collectively. The division is the echoes of the colonizers' hate of us all. Yeah, they gonna be by themselves. I shouldn't have never gave me the colonizers' book to read. Does anybody know who Does anybody know who Zentra is and what role he plays in Wakanda? Anybody? Does anybody know? Anybody care? King Zentra. That's a Black Panther. That's a Black Panther. King Zentra comes before Mamadou Fall. King Zentra, the Bold. He has been removed from Panther lore because of what transpired. But King Zentra comes before Mamadou Fall. King Zentra, which is crazy the way they write this. The way they write this is crazy because the way this is set up, he actually came after Queen Turkana. Queen Turkana. And we know that Queen Turkana, the peacemaker, we know what she did. She gave it back to Negus. we just assume that once Negus became Black Panther, that Mamadou Fall became the Black Panther after King Negus. Nope. Zentral. The bold, absolutely. From a Google research, he was the bold king and the ruler of Negus. I feel many writers don't understand or like the cosmic side of comics. If it ain't earthbound, they can't relate to it. All for his dead love, absolutely. King Zentral went from being called King Zentral the Bold to being called King Zentral the Bereft. They don't even mention him in Wakandan lore because he tried to raise his beloved, who was already deceased, and the Hyena clan was going to use him to turn on Wakanda. Now, when I go over my stories, and not my stories, but when I start this Legend of Wakanda series, I'm going to do my best incorporating everything that I've read from here and the various other Black Panther comics that I have. What I can tell you is this, is some of it I'm going to have to make it make sense, if you will. Just like in Wakanda, in this book, they allude to the fact that Mamadou Fall was a member of the Jabari clan. We know that's not how that's working. Karama Horn does not allude to Mamadou Fall being a member of the Jabari clan. She doesn't. Also, if you go back to Black Panther, issue 7, volume 1, T'Challa states when he's talking to the little dude, want to make sure I get the little dude name right, Mr. Little, when he was talking to Mr. Little, he says Bashinga's family has been Black Panthers. That's it. That's Bashinga's family. So what does that mean? Well, T'Challa is a direct descendant of Bashinga. Make it make sense. You see them lines laying out there, just dangling. You got to tie up them loose ends and make them make sense. Well, going all the way back, Black Panther, issue 7, volume 1, T'Challa states that's Bashinga's family. It's taking heart-shaped herb. Okay, well, that's what it is then. So we would have Mamadou Fall being related to King, I'm forgetting his name again, King Zentral. That's what you're looking at. Mamadou Fall is related to King Zentral. Cousins, first cousins, brothers, however you want to say it, they related. And T'Challa is related to every last Black Panther that's ever been. Period. Not up for debate, not up for discussion. Of course, if you're not doing anything past before Christopher Priest, you're not gonna know that. It's gonna be the shame of it all. When you know that knowledge, ain't no need in going back and forth with other folks. King of Jabazi, using the power of the resurrection altar, but I never heard of him before, and that's why I'm here. You not. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, when we look at these characters and they say, well, it's only a mantle. Some of the cats that have been Black Panthers, they in one comic on one page. Like, they have no story arc, none whatsoever. Hell, we didn't know about M. Telly till last year. Who the hell was M. Telly? M. Telly not even in this. M. Telly is not even in this. So Zentral is not in this. Zentral is not in this. So it's one of the things where you got to be like, okay, let me go back. Let me read this. Let me read that. Let me see where the gap's at. Let me see what could possibly make sense. Yeah. So it's not surprising that you're not going to know about King Zentral. No, it would be up to somebody that really cares, got the time. That's the other thing, because you can care all day long, but if you ain't got the time, you can't do it. Somebody has to have the time to go back in and take a look at this stuff and be like, okay, well, let me compare what y'all got written King Zentral here to this and this. Now, this mentions him. This don't mention him at all. Matter of fact, let me tell you what it says in regard to Mamadou Fall mission. A fierce and proud warrior, Mamadou Fall reigned about a century after Turkana and Negus. Makes sense. Who was there? Who was in between Negus? He rejected all manner of protection, even from the king's guards, insisting he walk the head of security team whenever on official business. I don't need. I'm him. I'm him, and I wish somebody would. He is credited with single-handedly defending the necropolis against the 150 members of the Hyena clan. The Hyena clan wanted to smoke back in the day. They did. Who attempted to pillage the tombs housed there. He is also credited with creating the Panther's teeth, a devastating booby trap. We saw that. We saw that, right? Panther's teeth. If you're not familiar with that, go back to Reginald Hutlin's BET cartoon. How you see the Germans get that. That's what that was. A devastating booby trap capable of killing any intruder where they stand. That's it. That's it. That's what it says. Now you go here, we get a little bit more. Now, mind you, it's got him on the cover, right? Right. My dog only getting 2 pages. And what does it say? Negus discovered the counter frequency to the altar's strange energies and used his drum to end the blasphemy. Negus' words proved true many decades later when the Hyena clan used the resurrection altar to revolve Nanti, the deceased lover of King Zentra of the Bold. Those deceivers made her say that her return was a gift from the Orishas. The Hyena spoke through the whispers of the revived lover, manipulating Zentra to mount an invasion of Mahanda, our neighbor to the north. For when the dance of life and death is disrupted, even a Black Panther can be led astray. Most tribal factions did not dare speak against Zentra's plans, but there was one group who did. When word of the impending invasion reached the mountains, the Jabari marched to intercept the royal regiments. Now, we want to make sure that we understand who wrote this story. This is Evan Narcisse. This is Evan Narcisse who's writing this story. Evan, we don't play with religion around here. We don't do that here. So, Evan, I apologize. We don't acknowledge that part of your story. I'm saying that as a member of the Council of Wakanda. They say I'm the griot. Well, as the council, as the griot, we reject that part of your story. Continue right along. A Jabari, a warrior named Mamadou Fall, I myself and Karama Horn, by the way. A warrior named Mamadou Fall stepped forward and challenged Zentra to individual combat. While they fought, Mamadou's tribesmen, his fellow tribesmen, Panther clan, mimicked, because I'm editing certain stuff here that don't make sense. While they fought, Mamadou's fellow tribesmen mimicked the rhythm of his blows on their drums, the rhythm of the Negus cadence. With the resurrection energies canceled, Nanti died a second time. His fervor undone, the king lost twice that day, in combat and in love. Now, because Zentra would have been the Black Panther at that time, what I'm going to say is he didn't lose, he quit. He quit, understanding that he was under the thralls of the Hyena clan. He deemed himself unworthy, bent the knee to Mamadou Fall. Mamadou Fall picks up the mantle from his first cousin, or I could even make it better and say his brother. Picks up the mantle after challenging his brother and becomes the new Black Panther. The Zentra the Bold, Mamadou's brother. See, yeah, I'm finna do it now. Yeah, Mamadou's brother. Mamadou is the younger brother of King Zentra. Yeah, I just flipped it. I told you I was. Mamadou Fall beat his older brother I'm sorry, Mamadou Fall became the Black Panther after his older brother, King Zentra, relinquished the title. Ashamed of himself, the tribe, ashamed of him, went from being known as Zentra the Bold to Zentra the Bereft. And Mamadou Fall, his younger brother, took the throne as the Black Panther. That makes sense? It's two. It's two, big dog. It's two. It's two. It's two. It's Wakanda issue 2. So yeah, the Negus cadence, absolutely. And it would only make sense that Mamadou Fall would be a member of the Panther clan to know about the Negus cadence, because King Negus was a member of the Panther clan. And then when you go back to what the little guy said, it's been T'Challa's family that's been guarding the vibranium. See how we all connect that? So yes, we're going to go ahead and make that little amendment. And this is what winds up happening. What winds up happening too often, and we're seeing this, and I'm just going to say it like this. I was talking to my daughter last night, and I forget which one it was. I think Kamoyo Kid saw it. I put some pictures on Twitter, my flag football outfit and everything like that. And I think it was Kamoyo said, "You played linebacker, didn't you?" Yeah, I did. I don't know how he was able to tell that, but it's something to be said about when you like something and you commit yourself to learning about it. You can like something and just like it from afar, not get into it. The best way I can describe it is, say you like a Ford Mustang, but you don't just like it on just how it look on the outside. No, you want to learn everything about, you want to become an expert on that Ford Mustang. Whether it's in style or not, you want to know everything. Well, that's what it is to me when it becomes Black Panther. I want to know everything about it. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. I want to be accurate. It's not enough for me to like the character. It's not enough. It's not enough for me to own the merch, because anybody can go out and buy merch. Anybody can go out and buy merch. Anybody can go out and buy a comic book. You can buy the comic book and you ain't got to read it. Like, you just have the comic book, not read it. You just sit it right there. You got it. We see this with action figures. You see some people, they buy the action figure, it never come out the box. Never get touched. They don't look at it. Can't tell you how it move or nothing. No, I got it though. That's what matters. Well, it's not enough for me just to have the comic book. It's not enough for me just to have comic books in regards to Black Panther. It's not enough. I need to know. I need to know. And the reason why I need to know is, if I look at our current climate as people, you see people want to rewrite stuff, alter stuff, change stuff, lie about stuff. The only way you don't have to deal with it per se is if you've already read it. You stay knowledgeable of it. You take ownership of it. That's why I said, I can't speak. I own T'Challa. Personally speaking, I don't own the IP. I can't make money off the IP, but I own T'Challa. I own everything about, I own Wakanda. I own everything about, I literally could damn near say that about damn near every superhero that I own it. I want to know. I don't want to necessarily ask. Just point me in the right direction. No different than we talk about fishing, eating, food, hunger. Don't give me the fish. Show me how to fish. You show me how to fish, I can take care of me and my family. I don't want to keep coming back to you. It's no different than with Wakanda, T'Challa, Black Panther, all the characters. I didn't read them. I ain't have no choice. It ain't too much pressure. But the people that I rock with, they not finna let me off easy. Mr. Smith not finna tolerate that. What you mean you're a Black Panther fan and you ain't? And I look up to Mr. Smith. His respect means something. No different. Y'all saw my brother Darren. They're not finna tolerate that. How you talking so much about you ain't read this? You ain't done this? You got a lot to say for somebody that ain't did XYZ. I gotta go do it. Well, when you go sit back and you go do XYZ, you better be like, oh no, hold on. Time out. Time out. Y'all been talking about this whole mantle thing. See, once you do your research, that lets you know who ain't done theirs. I really don't give two damns about what an anti-recaster got to say right now. Ain't no anti-recaster ever said what I just said, that Bashinga is T'Challa's direct ancestor. Know why? Because they ain't read Black Panther issue 7, volume 1. Know why? Because they didn't care about Black Panther until Black Panther got popular. What do I mean by that? Oh, well, I seen Black Panther show up in Iron Man's Armored Avengers. Yeah, that's, hold on, wait a minute. My bad. I totally screwed the poop. Y'all hold on, because we're gonna try and make it do what it do before it don't go down. Hold on. I do not want to lose. We got a good show going on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I thought we was out of here. But anyway, we keep up with these notes. Them ride the way Panther fans do the most. The blessed bloodline of bad. Absolutely. So the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because at the end of the day, I can tell. I can tell based on conversations piece. It ain't for me to say nothing, but I can tell based off the way folks talk who done read what. It ain't for me to say. Just understand. You got to do more than what you're doing. Like, I'm just going to say that, honestly, that's probably what attracts a lot of us here because of your knowledge. I'm learning something new every live. Like you said, it's not enough just being a fan. It's not, because there's too many people misspeaking out there. And I watch YouTube, and we might say, Theo, you do it irresponsibly and everything like that. I consume a lot of content. I don't think I'm that person. I don't. If I look at comic book reviewers, I can tell you there's quite a few comic book reviewers. Ernie, Blurred Without Fear. I'll watch it. Who else? Comic book historian. I watch a lot of them cats. I do. They are good at what they do, and I'm not knocking any of them. By and large, if I want any Black superhero content, though, Black Panther content, I only know 2 cats I can go to, and hell, I'm one of them. And I'm saying, like, comic book reviewing format. I'm not Black Comic Lords. They got a different format. They got a different format. I really want to say their format is more like Mark with a C. They do review comics. They absolutely do. They do. But the popular YouTubers, and they are popular, but damn, you only popular to a degree if you only reviewing Black content. That's a sad truth, but that's exactly what that is. You only getting them numbers up to a certain degree if you only reviewing Black superheroes. You better possess some knowledge on somebody else, preferably X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, Justice League, somebody that moves the needle, because you'll get stuck over here. Well, if ain't nobody owning it, and it's quite a few people more than happy to misspeak. Let me just say, you got way more people that don't know being loud and wrong than you got people that's being calm and right. Folks can't wait to misspeak. Well, it's obvious to me when you misspeak. And it ain't got to be you doing it on purpose. I can just tell based on talking points, based on concerns that are alluded to on social media, you didn't go all the way back. You ain't go all the way back, and you ain't read this character in damn near, if not every comic that it popped up in. You haven't. It's a reason why older Black Panther fans are more calm, if you will, more settled, if you will, less pessimistic, if you will, because we read them. We read the stories. We read the stories. We know them. We see the inconsistencies and everything like that. So thank you so much. Now tell them I'm gonna do my best always to make sure I keep us up to date, keep us knowledgeable of what's going on, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Now, the only thing that I will ask, like you did when you asked what issue that was, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I'm not gonna be that person to ever say I said it and that's the end of it. No. Don't take my word for it. I want you to go get that knowledge for yourself. Because once you go get it for yourself, once you see it for yourself, it don't matter what anybody else say at that point in time. It don't. That's why if y'all saw me this morning, I'm backing away from certain stuff, because if I know what I know, the knowledge is right here. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth on social media where meaning and context can get lost. No, I'm gonna do it right here. Yeah, absolutely. We see it typing. So I'm gonna do it right here. Now, once I do it right here, what you do with it from there, totally up to you. I didn't say it. I don't bite my tongue. And I'm working on this new thing, being more humble as opposed to being more angry. My grandmother did say you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. So I'm working on that aspect, that side of me, evolution, as growing as a person and everything. But if you're concerned about what Eve is doing right now in regards to Black Panther, I would challenge you to go back and reread the writers that you're comparing her to. In regards to the history of the mantle of Black Panther, that's T'Challa's family. So if you want to know, when they talk about the eyes of Wakanda, why they're talking about it from the angle in which they're talking about it, is because you have folks like Karama Horn and Eve Ewing, women, Black women, that are making sure, regardless of how you want to slice it, dice it, it's T'Challa. He ain't about nobody else. It's T'Challa. It's either his grandmama. I'm sorry. It's either his great granddaddy, his great great granddaddy, his great 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 granddaddy, his great 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 grandmama, his great 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 grandmama, or his great great great. Either way, however you want to slice it and dice it. Because I could easily write the story that Mosi is Bashinga's grandfather. I could. That's an easy story to write. And since we already know that Bashinga is T'Challa's ancestor, you can't write no story in the MCU about Wakanda, about Black Panther, and it not include T'Challa. And every Black Panther comic book fan knows it. So like I said last night, don't do no Black Panther 3 without consulting with the Council of Wakanda, Black Panther fan group, recast T'Challa first. Don't do it. Do not do a movie without consulting with the Black Panther fan group, the Council of Wakanda, recast T'Challa, and the Rock With Me Nation. Do not do a Black Panther 3 without consulting with all four. All four. If you do not consult with all four, not one, not two, not three, four. If you do not consult with all four, we will go above and beyond to make sure that movie fails. And honestly, we don't have to go above and beyond. All we have to do is keep speaking truth. Worked last time. It worked last time. All we did was drop knowledge. And trust me, once I drop this bass video, ain't nobody gonna want to F with that. I'm just pressure bust pipes. I like me over you. And yes, I'm talking to you. I like me over you. All is with this character. I ain't talking. I like me better. I like me over you. I like me to the point where once I drop this bass episode, they're not gonna want to F with the eyes of Wakanda. You started it. I'm just gonna finish it. Facts. You and D really told me more about the title than I've known about the character 30 years ago. That was the goal. That was the goal. We just sat back and it's always been edutainment was his thing. We sat back and we like, you know what? They don't know. You can't be mad at folks for not knowing. You're a fool if you're mad at folks for not knowing. But now once you show them, once you can give it to them, well, you be like, hey man, did they give you Alpo over there? Yeah, you ain't no dog. What you eating Alpo for? Well, man, they said that's what was on the menu. They told you Alpo was on the menu? Yeah. What did you order? Man, I said I wanted a hamburger. I said I wanted something with a lot of meat in it and everything like that. And I got this steak dinner over here. What? Yeah. You got steak dinner over here. Steak dinner? Yeah. How much it cost? Same thing you pay for that Alpo. You be like, wait, say what? Yeah. Yeah. The same thing you pay for that Alpo, we got the steak dinner over here. Why don't you come on over here? Now, if you want to stay over there, I can't do nothing about it if you want to stay. Some people prefer Alpo. Some people prefer hamburger to steak. Some people prefer fried bologna sandwiches to steak. But damn it, if I'm giving you the steak, now mind you, it's crazy. Because the steak over here free. That's the damnest thing. The steak, the Wakandan steak over here free. It's healthier. Our cooks are more knowledgeable about cooking the Wakandan steak. Yes, good God Almighty, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We cooking it with love. Now that's the thing. We cooking it. Now I don't know how to it tastes better. It's healthier. It's more filling. It tastes better. And it's free. It's free. And it's bigger. You're getting more servings over here. Like you get. When the last time the MCU talked to you about Black Panther? We serving steak 7 days a week over here. And it's free. And you see us cooking. You see us cooking it. Like you see it. We like the hibachi. We right in front of you throwing everything. We ain't closing stuff off. You see us cooking the food right there in front of you. You don't want that? You don't want that. So now these cats telling you they finna give you, watch this. We still got steak on the we still got steak over here. And it ain't just regular steak. No. We cooking the steak up however you want us to put whatever seat. We got the steak right over here. Now they finna tell you, they finna offer you some crystal burgers. That's what they telling you. Them cartoons, them mini episodes, them animation. Now they finna offer you some crystal burgers. But we still got the steak over here. And they charging you for the crystal burgers. We still got the steak over here, free, healthy. You feel me? Like we have not fed our cows nothing but just straight grass. Like this Angus beef over here. You don't want that. You don't. Well, if you're a vegan, we got that too. No preservatives. None of them additives or nothing like that. No. Straight from the kitchen to the table. What say? When you have a taste for steak and it, yeah, prime cut, free. Now let me say it one more time. Free. Free. You paying to get misinformation from the MCU in regards to your favorite character. Movie came out in 2022. They ain't done not a damn thing to keep you pacified as an MCU Black Panther fan since then. As an MCU Black Panther fan, you still don't know a damn thing about Bass. You don't. And you paying for it. You didn't went to go see 4 damn movies and ain't seen Bass, and one of them do not a damn thing. You didn't went to go see Captain America Civil War. Hold on, my bad. It's more than 4. You didn't went to see Captain America Civil War, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Black Panther 2, Thor Love and Thunder. That's 6 damn movies. You ain't seen Bass do nothing. And don't make me count the Moon Knight series because she wasn't even there for that. You can't say that over here. And it's free. It's free. Me and D Real done taught y'all way more about Bass than y'all done got in the MCU, and it's free. Theo, where you going? Man, if y'all don't hit the click, like, subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the like button, share the video, tell folks to subscribe, tell folks to become members of the Rock With Me Nation so we can grow the knowledge. Because they're going to keep misspeaking on all things Wakanda till me and D be standing up like, what'd you say? What? No. What'd you say about Wakanda? Huh? What did you say? What did you say? Yeah, me and D Real both over 1,000 now. What y'all say about Wakanda? Because it's been a lot of folks talking before. We here now though. What y'all say? Oh, yeah. No. You said that earlier. What'd you say? What'd you say? Get my brother weight. My brother is at 500. We need to get my brother to the next stack. What'd you say? Huh? People say hunk in here. Oh, okay. Yeah. We ain't got that. And that's why people feel so compelled to misspeak. Because we do. You have more people that are authorities on Bruce Wayne than you do on T'Challa. That needs to change. They explore Asgard Lord, not good enough to steal. What's known about Wakanda Lord other than they got money and vibranium? Facts. Now, mind you, that's a great question, D. Steezel. This is where Dr. Eve Ewing finds herself at. This character been around since 1966. And there has been very little in regards to character advancement, character evolution for this character and his surrounding characters. You're absolutely right when you say that this story is similar, but Burgundy and Red are similar. They are not the same. And if you can't point out the differences between Burgundy and Red, well, I'm just going to say you probably need to learn the difference between them 2 colors before you get into a relationship with a woman. Because if she tell you she wants some burgundy colored shoes or she tell you she wants some wine colored shoes, you better not bring her no red shoes. If she tell you she want a wine, watch this. If she tell you she wants auburn colored hair, don't bring her no red hair. Don't bring her no wine colored hair. Don't bring her no burgundy hair. No, she said auburn. And all those colors are similar. They're not the same. Well, ladies got that reference. Watch this. If I ask you for a first baseman's glove, don't bring me the catcher's mitt. Don't bring me the outfielder's glove. Bring me the first baseman's glove. That's a different glove. And everybody that plays baseball understands that. Right? Right. Same difference in regards to how Dr. Eve Ewing is writing T'Challa currently and how he's been written in the past. Similar, it ain't the same. So them baloney heads say I prefer bologna to steak. Why do you keep wanting to say, hey, listen, then you say, excuse me, I ordered steak, and they say, what's wrong with your bologna? I don't want bologna. Listen, it ain't for me to keep going back and forth with them. We got the knowledge. It's a matter of growing the knowledge. you yourself, and I tell them, Steezel, Gray, it's about growing the knowledge, because that's the strategy that me and D Real embrace. If I show you what's going on over here, I don't believe you gonna want that if I show you this over here. Now, here's what we've also come to understand. And that's why I said it don't benefit going. You have some people that don't want that. Now, they don't want that for whatever reason. And it ain't for me to go back and forth or try and figure out what the reason is why they don't want it. They don't want it. Okay. You just can't make me feel stupid for knowing. You don't want it, you don't want it. I know it. So what I'm not going to do is have you try and make me feel stupid. No, only one of us is being stupid, and it's being done deliberately. So it's no need to go back and forth. Let me go right ahead. We just about up out of here and everything like that. So I told y'all we get ready to get into this Who is Bass, Wakanda Legends. I think y'all gonna enjoy that. It's some stuff that I'm gonna say is eye-opening. It's some stuff that I don't think we've discussed. Well, no, I'm gonna say some stuff we have not discussed in regards to Bass. Hey, we had Bashinga, right? That's 10,000 BC. It's crazy. Mostly predate that dude. 1 million BC. How did that happen? How did that happen? Bass, she actually shows up in a Conan the Barbarian comic. We're gonna discuss. If she say you're not knowing that, you gonna be like, wait, what? Whoa. Bass showed up in Conan the Barbarian? I'm sure did. It's the reason why they're not touching her in the MCU. It's the reason why they're not touching her in the MCU. And that reason, as far as I'm concerned, is because we do not want to acknowledge the fact that Bass is actually an Egyptian deity. What you say, Theo? Bass is actually an Egyptian deity. And we know how it is when it comes to African history. No, Bass is actually the name that they gave her. Her Egyptian name is Bastet or Basset, however you want to say it. That's who Bass is. And Bass is one of the oldest Egyptian gods, period. One of the oldest Egyptian gods, period. You're not knowing that. They're not going to tell you that, because if I tell you that, then that's going to make you feel like you got some type of significance right here in the world. And as Derek alluded to, we don't really want to talk about that. We don't really want to talk about it. So when are you going to hit us with that custom Bass figure? I want to say in the next couple of weeks, like I said, I'm approaching it from a different way. I really wanted a representation of her. So I see the figure that I'm going to use. I can't say because I don't let my wife do anything. My wife, a grown ass woman, she do what she want to do. I'm going to merely show my wife the picture, and she gonna take it from there, because that's what she do. Mythological deities aren't exclusive to any company at all. Drop that video with, hey Gray, I started working on it last night and everything, and I was just enamored. I was like, God, she's got a lot going on. Like, it ain't as simple as we think it is. It's not. Like, the goddess got a lot. Like, she got a lot. Bastard and segment, absolutely. She got a lot. Like, she got two siblings, and one of them siblings, if they would have did the story right, would explain why Eric is the way that he is. They did it. They introduced her sister, but in trying to backdate what wound up happening was when Don McGregor introduced Eric Killmonger. There was no, as big and as physical as Eric is, there was no reason. There's no way you can justify Eric putting hands on T'Challa unless Eric is superpowered. He's a superhuman. You can't do that. You can't justify that story. Well, what you had were people, after we get this whole Njadaka, because that's when it came around, Njadaka in MCU, we try and retcon it to explain why Eric was able to overcome T'Challa, because he had abilities from Bass' sister, and they don't speak her name. So that's why he was able to put hands on T'Challa. Should have did that. But if that's the case, then Eric has his own deity that he prays to, his own lion, because that's what she is. She's a lion goddess that he prays to. Well, you're not really seeing that because Eric don't really represent a lion. Eric represents, and if you're looking at it this way, a Black Panther is either a leopard or a jaguar. That's it. Well, you can be a Black Panther as long as you're from the Panthera family. You can be, but that ain't how Eric look. No, Eric looks like either a jaguar or a leopard. If you look at the Intergalactic Empire, that's low-key the costume he got on. If you look at Black Panther, that's low-key the costume he got on. Well, if we look at T'Challa and we look at Eric, Eric is always supposed to be the bigger of the two. Well, what's bigger, a leopard or a jaguar? A jaguar. Well, didn't Eric have a pet named Prey? Low-key, that's who his costume was patterned after. Right. So it's a lot going on. But yeah, I'm working on it. That'll be the first video. I will bring that video first before I do a comic book review because I'm stoked. I'm excited for it. I think Rock With Me Nation, Black Panther fan group, recast T'Challa. I think all of us will enjoy it. So that will be the first video that's dropped. The Gregor run, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Listen, you sound they be like, what's going on with the belt? Like, why the dude want to? What's going on with the spikes and everything? Like, I didn't understand that whole costume. I still don't. But yeah, that's what that is. Listen, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me today and everything like that. In essence, what I wanted us to take from, if anything, in regard, if you don't take away anything else from today's video, I'm saying it one more time. I get it. I understand it. I do. But there's a difference between similar and same. If you feel like she's giving you the same that you've gotten before, I urge you to go back and reread those writers, those authors that you're comparing her to. It is distinctively different. But hey, folks gonna feel how they want to feel. So that is what it is. Anyway, I'm out. Click, like, share, subscribe as we drive to 1,000. Hey, if you have not hit me up in regards to getting out your poster, if you don't do it by I almost want to say if you don't do it by tonight, because I'm mailing them out tomorrow. I'm mailing them out tomorrow. So if you want a poster, the goal was 900. Well, we over 900, right? Right. So if you want the poster, my email address is right there in the description. It's right there. That's my email address. It's right there. OETH. That's Oscar Echo Tango Hilo 04 at yahoo.com. Hit me up so I can get these posters out to you. This is my way of saying thank you. Also, the Kamoyo Kid does have stickers on the way. President of the Black Panther fan group. You're like, damn, Theo, hey man, when you put that work in, that's what wound up happening. So we want to get these out to members of the Black Panther fan group. This character is relevant because of what we do, what y'all do, what we all do. So we want to show our love as a collective. There's only one way to do that. We got to be able to get in contact with you. Anyway, once again, like, share, subscribe. Also, Mr. Smith, happy belated birthday again. My brother, my mentor, my elder, just turned 61 yesterday. So, as always, take care of yourself. I want to be able to talk to you, not talk about you. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.